Hey guys, this is Jabroni, and today I want to talk about the secret to 3 stars in war. Here's the secret. Those who plan well are going to 3-star more. Now, obviously experience has something to do with it. Practice with an attack style definitely has something to do with it. But you must have effective planning in war. So let's talk about the initial planning of the base that you currently see in front of you. The first thing that should stand out to you is that all of these Inferno towers are single target. If they were all multi-target, then I would probably think Yetis, maybe P.E.K.K.A.s, maybe Dragons, things of that nature. But those single target Infernos, they're going to roast through P.E.K.K.A.s, they're going to roast through your heroes, they're going to roast through Yetis as well. And so whenever I see single target Infernos, I automatically then think of miners and hogs. I do believe that Laloon could work as well. I'm not a good Laloon attacker, so that's out of the question for me. Bats are great for single target Infernos, but at Town Hall 13 you have the scatter shots, and that makes bats very tough. So how did I think about planning for this space? With miners and hogs, you want to have a narrow channel to predict their pathing. So the queen needs to somehow set that up. You also want your queen to take down the enemy CC. You don't want your queen to have to deal with single target Infernos. And I like to save my freeze spells for the scatter shots, especially for where my hogs and miners are going to end up pathing. So my initial thought was to bring a Yeti blimp, which is really popular these days, right into this single target Inferno. And then my queen could walk either to the left or the right from the 6 o'clock corner. But then I ended up scrapping that plan because this enemy queen and the enemy scatter shot and the CC's radius, I was not confident that my queen, with the healers behind her, would get the enemy CC and would get that scatter shot and the queen. And the reason I really wanted to get that scatter shot is because I was going to bring my miners and hogs from over here to then have a nice predictable path to the town hall, to the eagle early. That was my idea, but since I couldn't guarantee that my queen was going to take down the CC troops, the enemy CC troops, and the scatter shot, I didn't want my miners and hogs to have 2 scatter shots to deal with, along with possibly the enemy CC troops. So that plan was completely scrapped. I asked myself, how in the world can I make sure that I get the enemy CC, the scatter shot, and that queen, if at all possible? And so I decided I need to have another way of getting this job done. So I decided on a hero push or kill squad, whatever you want to call it, to come through this corner here to get the enemy scatter shot, the enemy CC troops, the scatter shot, and the enemy queen. Once I decided on that, then I decided, okay, the way I could get the town hall is to bring my hog riders and miners from over here to get that town hall. Once I saw, though, that there were all these storages here, I decided miners were not a good thing. Let's just go with mass hog riders with the kill squad coming from over here where I have that red arrow. Once I decided on that, the next thing you have to decide is how are you going to funnel that kill squad. So from here, and the reason I didn't want to go with a queen charge is because this air sweeper here I thought was going to be problematic, and I was a little concerned about the funneling for my queen. So those 2 things made me believe, all right, let's do a hero push or a kill squad and then into hog riders. So back to what I was saying. How in the world do you do the funnel? Well, I saw this storage here, and I realized that storage, if I put an E-drag right here at this storage, it would be out of the range of the air defense. It would be out of the range of the enemy queen. It would be out of the range of the single target Inferno. It would be out of the range of the scatter shot. I had to click each building to see that, but that was ideal. It was also out of range of the archer tower over here and way down over here at 6 o'clock. I don't normally bring an E-drag unless I can use it for funneling to get super high value, but I realized with these buildings here and that storage, the storage is going to stay up longer than all these other buildings, that I would be able to clear out all these buildings here with the E-drag, making it great for funneling purposes for my kill squad to come in through this direction with a wall wrecker. So E-drag was the plan over here. Way up here, I initially thought I would bring a P.E.K.K.A. to take out these buildings, and then I would bring my Barb King to take out these buildings here, as long as I placed him between the lab and the dark spell factory. Then I figured he would take out these buildings, and with the P.E.K.K.A. taking out these buildings here, it would then path and take out the cannon and eventually be on that elixir storage. So that was my initial plan. My queen, since the E-drag would take out the stuff in blue and the Barb King would take out the stuff in red, then my queen could, if I had an ice golem here to tank, which I thought would also be great to tank even for the wall wrecker, because I don't want my wall wrecker to get targeted too quickly. So I wanted to have the ice golem. And so I decided my queen, with the E-drag taking out the stuff in blue, if I put my queen here, then I don't have to worry about her walking around the outside, because with the Barb King taking out the stuff in red, the queen would be forced to eventually come in and join the rest of the kill squad. So that was my initial plan. Now, one thing I want to recommend is when you have a plan and you've thought it through, take a step back, walk away for a few minutes, maybe a half hour, maybe an hour or whatever. Then come back, go through your plan and ask yourself, is there something that you are missing? I thought I had to think about heal spell placement. I was going to have my hogs here with the heal spell because there might be giant bombs in that location. I probably need a heal spell here because of the wizard tower and possibly another giant bomb. I knew I needed to have a freeze spell for this scatter shot, and I figured I could freeze the scatter shot and the town hall together. But then as I was thinking about where to put heal spells and where to bring my hog riders from and where they would go, I noticed this archer tower way over here at 9 o'clock, and I said to myself, you know what? That archer tower could ruin my hog pathing. I want my hog riders to continue coming through and around in this L type of formation, but that archer tower could ruin it. So I decided 2 balloons could take out that archer tower and it would be out of the range of the air defense. But how do I get 2 balloons? I didn't want to sacrifice the ice golem. I didn't want to sacrifice any more hog riders, because I've learned with mass hog rider attacks, it's really good to have close to 40 hog riders. And due to the E-drag and the ice golem and the 5 wizards I brought for cleanup, I didn't want to sacrifice more hogs. So I decided to scrap the P.E.K.K.A. and to bring a baby drag instead. Now, the danger with bringing a baby drag is that it could die quicker than the P.E.K.K.A. would, and that my king might end up walking in this direction instead of joining the kill squad. But I thought to myself, well, there could be Teslas there, so actually I'm okay if my king walks that way. So I decided to scrap the P.E.K.K.A., bring a baby dragon instead to take out the army camps. If I was lucky, the baby dragon would also take out the cannon. Didn't think it would happen, but it was something that could possibly occur. I also decided to bring Yeti Mites in my wall wrecker because the clan castle's radius was going to come like this. And so I was a little concerned about the wall wrecker punching through. So with a Yeti Mites could jump over the wall and lure out the CC. So again, these are the types of things that I thought about when I came back to my plan after an hour or so had passed. And so that's what you got to do. You got to think about how can I make my plan even better. So let's go ahead and take a look at how this attack all went down. And one thing I want to tell you, things do not always go as planned. Sometimes things go worse. Sometimes things go better. But if you are willing to plan things out and then come back, review your plan, tweak your plan, think about, is there something I'm missing? Then this is what's going to lead you to get more 3 stars with your attacks. All right, so the balloon is placed down. The balloon is placed down first before the E-drag in case there's a seeking air mine. He starts doing what he needs to do. The balloons come over here at the archer tower. A test balloon comes over here in case there's a seeking air mine. Baby dragon is deployed on those 2 army camps. Ice golem is put down. Wall wrecker comes down immediately afterwards. Barb King is placed to take out these structures. And the queen is placed at a place where she is going to be forced to walk behind the wall wrecker once the king takes out those buildings. Now, things went better as planned. There was a cannon here. The baby dragon actually stepped up and took it out. That was awesome. The E-Drag didn't get this wizard tower, but it did stay far enough to the left, out of the range of the air defense, out of the range of the single target inferno, and ends up taking down this wizard tower and this archer tower. So it's always nice when things go better than you planned. The ice golem popped, freeze the enemy queen, and so the ice golem was a great choice. Definitely was worth that 15 troop space. Here's where my attack went even better than I planned. The kill squad ends up taking out not only the enemy CC, the scatter shot, the enemy queen, but also gets the town hall. Once I realized that was going to occur, then I don't need to bring a heal spell here, and my hog riders where I thought I would, I can bring them all from this corner and then not have to use a heal spell where I thought I would between the Expo and the Archer Tower. You can see there was giant bombs there like I thought, but I could use one heal spell here and then I would have 3 more remaining. Like I said earlier, I need to freeze the scatter shot. I used the Warden's ability. You have to be careful to use it once he steps up. Sometimes the Warden's a little slow. So once I saw he caught up to the Hog Riders, then I used his ability. The Quake that I was going to use to activate the Town Hall, I ended up using it to soften up these defenses. 2 more heal spells are used to keep my hogs alive, especially since there was a bomb tower there, and I saved my last heal spell for, lo and behold, the Tesla farm that I didn't realize was going to be near this inferno. That's where I used my last heal spell. It could have been placed a little bit better to critique my own attack here. But with the kill squad getting more than I thought it would, this ended up being a much more dominating attack than I thought it was going to be. And lo and behold, it led to the 3-star. I didn't even need to use the Royal Champion's ability. I used it right there to quickly take out the remaining trash buildings. But guys, I hope you are able to get from this video the importance of effective planning and taking some time after you've come up with your plan to step away, come back, ask yourself, are there things I'm missing? Because if you do that, I'm telling you, you're going to get a lot more 3-star attacks instead of just 2-star attacks, which is obviously going to help your team win CWL. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time.